Hey there, Frederick here from the Third Wind. Today we're going to be doing the 100 character tier list, and I'll be rating them just by general likability or just as a character as a whole. Without further ado, let's get into it because there are quite a few characters. First, we have Allie, which I find completely unbearable, a very annoying character, and she only has a few moments where she shines. Unfortunately, electric chair for her. Next, we got Bellamy, which is to me a god tier character, even though his arc, by the way, spoiler warning, three, two, one. Um, his arc at the end is confusing. The just dramatic change. I don't know how to feel about the last season and the way the show ended, but I think the more time goes on, I think it's been done well. But the whole religion thing is a little bit shaky to me. But despite everything, his story arc is incredible, and him as a character is very likable. So he goes in God tier. The Shepherd, if the ending ends up being good, I still don't love him as a character. He's just meh. His interests seem um, mixed. I don't know which one this is, so he's gonna go in here. So it's clean. Clark, it goes in love, just because. Well, her character arc is incredible, but um, she has her moments where she gets annoying, like her mother. Um, I'll put her in love for now. Maybe I'll bump her up, but I think she deserves to be about there. She isn't quite god tier. Villain guy, um, he's just meh. I thought he was an interesting villain. Not as interesting as the Shepherd. Dioza is alike. She's she can she has an interesting development, and I like that she goes from kind of a straight bad guy to a somewhat good guy. Um, and she really makes season 7 a little bit more interesting with her daughter as well. Next we have Echo. Echo, I think I like just a little bit more than Dioza. Not much more to say about her. I like her story. Amori, about the same level as Echo for me. Never really connected too much with her. I feel like I should like her more than I do. Um, but yeah, we could put her above Echo. Echo can be a little bit annoying at some points. Um, Gabriel came in towards the end of the series. What can I say? He's just seems like a morally good character, and I love his kind of um, his everlasting love for forget her name, but she was important. Um, we'll put him in just after Dioza. So like Flamekeeper. Um, we could put her at the top of meh. She just she doesn't do so much as a character to me. She's always there. Harper, put her at the end of just before the Shepherd. Just not very memorable now. Thinking back in the show. Next we got Hope. Hope, she almost ruins everything towards the end of the series, and she's a little rash and not very level-headed. I gonna put her at the bottom of meh. Next we have Indra. I really like Indra. I think she, especially in season 7, she really redeemed herself as a character, and I love that her teaching Octavia as her own, and she's just been in the series ever since season 1 or 2, and what a great character. And next we have, let me remember his name, hmm, Eric, I think. Um, he's always just there. I think his love arc with Miller is interesting, um, and is right kind of grounds alley. He's gonna go just ahead of Harper. Next we have Jaha, and Jaha is one people love to hate, but I think he makes the story interesting with forget what the chip is called, where he recruits people. And before that, I really liked him as a leader, as a commander. After that as well, I think he gets quite wise. I love his lines, iconic. Um, May we meet again, Godspeed. Um, So I actually quite like Jaha. Um, tempted to put him in love. I'm gonna put Jaha just before Amori. But I really think he's a strong character. I'm gonna put him here, honestly. Next we have Jasper. I really liked Jasper in the beginning. I liked his kind of quote unquote nerd feel, and then he kind of tries to be cool, and then at the end of I think it's season 3 or 4, he dies, but he kind of represents the group that give up after all this fighting, and the group just keeps on fighting, and I understand um, what why they did this with this character, but I wish he had lived on for longer. I'm gonna put him um, just behind Echo. I think he's an interesting character. Um, Now we next we have Jordan. He comes off as I don't know. He just doesn't feel like any other character in the show. He's a little bit I don't know, a little simple. I don't know what to say about Jordan other than he doesn't really he's not very strong as a character. We can put him around the same level with um, Harper. Next we have Kane, and I think Kane needs to go just above Jaha. I love his kind of moral push in the series, and he serves as I think they pick great leaders for the Sky Crew, and he can go in his respect with Indra as well towards the end of the series. I just love that, and when Ali tries to bring him back, and he just says, "This isn't me," and I I think it's very interesting. He goes maybe just behind Indra, I think. Then we have Levitt. Um, I think his power to see past the religion and understand others was really powerful. I'd say I'd put him around Gabriel tier at the end of like. Next we have Alexa, probably the most likable initially villain in the series, and she's so powerful as a character that she completely captivates Clark, and I love how she comes back inside the chip world. Forgot what it's called, and what an incredible story arc, and sad that she had to die, but she goes in God tier. She's a really strong character. And Lincoln goes probably just in front of Jaha. He's an incredible character. I love how he's loyal to his group. I love it how much he taught Octavia, and his death was so sad. Um, like, oof. Next we have Maddie. Um, Maddie's gonna go. Um, I feel like she never really fully realized her story arc. Like they could have done more with her. Um, but I like her decision to stay up, ascended, um, with her friends. I think that's an interesting um, end to her. I think we put her by Amori and Echo. Next we have Jasper's love interest. She didn't do much for the story and wasn't very interesting as a character. I'll put her at the bottom of meh. Miller go is I I don't know. He's like the right hand man in the beginning and all the way through the end. He doesn't have anything big. He doesn't really have too many big moments. I liked how he's also the right hand man for Octavia, but he can never go past like I don't know. Where do we put him? I'd say we put him at the top of meh. Well, he's better than these guys actually. We can put him just above Dioza, just because he's been there from the beginning. Monty, I really like. Better than Jasper. Better than Echo. I'm gonna put him at the top of like. He's not quite love. And then we have, I think my favorite character in the series, Murphy. I love how he has that roach, as he calls it, way of surviving, and he's so sly and tricky and cunning. I love that, and he throughout the series there's always a sign that he wants to be good, but he always puts his own well-being above others, and I like that up until the end where he's really grows as a character, and his love for his friends changes him, and I think you know just everything about Murphy, just without him the show would lose its touch of humor, and what can I say? Murphy's Murphy. He's awesome. Octavia's a tricky one. You for me at least, there's parts of the series where I like Octavia, and there's parts of the series where I don't. Um, Regardless, she's really important to the story. I'd put her kind of in the same place as Jaha. Um, and now that I think about it, Monty is probably better than Jaha. We'll put him here. Um, yeah, just because of her importance, we'll put her right above Jaha. But I will say I don't know exactly how much I like Octavia and what they did with her, but she's really important to the story, and sometimes I like her. Pike, I understand why they had someone like this to kind of, um, I don't know, not threaten Jaha and Kane, but someone to kind of show the opposite side, and I like that he was a teacher, but yeah, some of his acts are just unforgivable. I don't, I don't know. I think he survived all the way up until the pit, and then that's where he died. But I can't remember exactly. But I think they redeemed him at the end. But he goes into alley tier. Raven is S tier. I would put her ahead of Bellamy as well. Um, I think she's the character that's endured the most pain in the series, and she just doesn't deserve it because she also does the most for the group. Without her, they would have died a long time ago. She's just completely S tier. It's just personal preference. I prefer Murphy. He's just my favorite character. But Raven, ooh, iconic. And well, what would they do without her? Rowan, I like Rowan. He comes off as kind of a bad guy in the beginning, but he's actually really cool. I'm gonna put him just above Miller. That's quite harsh to Miller. He can be next to Dioza. I like him better than Dioza. Don't know what he was called before Shadeheda, but they've put him separately. But I'll say that Shadeheda as a character is around here. He's a really strong character. I like that he is kind of this, uh, on par with Murphy level of cunning and evil. He's scary. And then his counterpart is just meh. We'll put him next to the shepherd. He's a good guy, but he's not very interesting. The pilot, I really didn't think they would kill him off. I thought they were gonna kill off Murphy instead, but they killed off the pilot, which was just such a shock. I didn't see it coming at all. I thought he would. I mean, he hurts Raven even more. She loses another, and I don't know what to say about him. They just killed him off so soon, but he was a good character, honestly. We'll put him here. Wells, gosh, this series they killed him off so fast. I don't know what to say other than I wish we'd seen more of him. But yeah, bottom of it because we'll put him just above Hope. But he just didn't do anything in the series. He just dies right away. But I like that the show makes statements like that. And one character I noticed they didn't include here, that I can think of off the top of my head, is Finn. And I actually really liked Finn in his story arc in season 2, and he just accelerated Clark's growth so fast. So he's the last character I'll mention, and I'll use this guy as Finn. He will go in just behind. Oh, where do we put him? Because I really liked him. He was a fun character. I'm gonna put him just there. But I'm gonna take it away just for the purposes of pictures and going to the end of the video. Well, I can't. Okay, whatever. Well, Finn would go here. But that's the whole tier list. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want me to do more the 100 content, and check out our other tier lists. All right. Bye. Subscribe.